All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to game number 1 in a series between Fly and I believe it is 120. Yeah, Fly and 120. Game number 1 taking place here on Terranistan as we see Fly spawning as the light blue orc. Over here on the top left-hand side, we have 120 spawning as the red undead. And, well, this is going to be your classic orc versus undead matchup. It really feels like all of the matchups seem classic now after WarCraft 3 has been out for, I believe, close to 15 years now. So yeah, WarCraft 3 has been out for quite some time, and it just goes to show you that the particular art style of the game is still rather popular. It does feel dated, but at the same time, there's something about all of the nostalgia that is currently here. I know that you can get higher pixels, higher resolutions, but something about the way the game currently looks, it still looks absolutely great in my eyes. Of this time, I think I've actually been casting WarCraft 3 for almost half its current life. I think I started casting back in 2009. So yeah, I've been casting WarCraft 3 for close to 8 years now, and hopefully I have gotten better over that time. I know I have a couple of critics out there who will not admit that I've gotten better, but then again, if you ever see my very, very early casts, well, those were just absolutely atrocious. Now, let's see what's going to be breaking down in this 1v1 matchup. We can see that the Voodoo Lounge has already been placed down. Normal standard timing here. It is going to delay that Great Hall just a little bit because of that additional 30 to 40 lumber that a Voodoo Lounge does end up taking. But you can see that there are a large number of peons just currently working on that lumber line, and will be getting that up to, I believe it's 180 or 190 for the Orc to Tech to Tier 2. Blade Master going straight after this Apprentice Wizard right here. It does drop an item. Meanwhile, the Grunts are actually going after the remaining units, so a little bit of interesting opening there as we do see a critical strike come off from that Blade Master. Blade Master opting not to get Windwalk first, which means that the Blade Master will have to clear out this 533 creep climb before moving on out. Meanwhile, his opponent, the Death Knight, has picked up a Gauntlets of Overstrength +3, does have a Rod of Necromancy out, and he's going to be wandering around with these units as well. There goes one Renegade Wizard. A Rogue is taking a bit of damage. Blade Master going to go ahead and engage against that Rogue as well. Level 2 now on that Blade Master, as the Blade Master will head back off to the north, sell that Scroll of Town Portal, picks up some healing as well, and now will be making his way off to the north here. We do see a lone Acolyte. Is he going to perhaps try and get an engagement in here, perhaps get some damage onto that Blade Master? Meanwhile, back off to the north here, we do see 120 has excuse me, has cleared out that Brigand, dropping Devotion Aura, that Death Knight, now adding a bit of additional armor on top of what will eventually be Unholy Aura. What is this Blade Master really looking to do? He's trying to steal some experience away from his opponent. Is he going to be able to get a final shot off there? Oh, wow. Blade Master unable to steal the experience. Skeletal Minion right there with the final blow, getting the Death Knight to level 2. And now with Unholy Aura, can perhaps do a bit of chasing as well. We are already teching the Tier 2 Halls of the Dead, about halfway done. Meanwhile, Stronghold about 2/3 of the way done, as we are adding in some more Grunts into this army. Now, I am expecting to see Destroyers and Raiders trying to battle it out here. I'm not expecting any Spirit Walkers because of that Devour magic. And will the dual Raider strategy, or the dual Bestiary strategy really work out well? Blade Master hoping to finish off some Kobold Geomasters here. It is going to perhaps absorb some of that slow and get some of that mana off. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is still off over here, as the Death Knight is taking a little bit of damage. All right, Skeletal Minions are trying to engage. There is a Death Coil Speed Scroll now being used by that Forest Troll Berserker. It will be able to get away, and in a hurry, trying to focus down some of these units. You can see that the Forest Troll Berserker is using that, well, throw and scoot technique, allowing him to perhaps heal a little bit more up there. You can see that the Skeletal Minion was trying to go straight after that Forest Troll Berserker, trying to remove that healing salve, but that is not going to work there, as the Death Knight now is going to be forced to retreat as well. All right, where are the remaining units? It looks as though a Skeletal Minion is off over here. One more shot from the Blade Master. Blade Master at about 2.5. Death Knight still sitting at a flat 2. You don't get any experience for getting halfway to a level, but it does mean that you have a higher chance of leveling up in an engagement, which should give you an overall advantage. Nightcrawlers are off over here. Death Knight coming across Crypt Fiends, making sure to stop all of that healing once more, as the Blade Master now relatively low on healing salves. Already used 3 of them. Will need to use another 2 after this particular fight, as the Blade Master is getting relatively low on hit points. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Death Knight gonna go straight for the Assassin right here. This is a green creep camp, almost orange, as the Assassin will end up getting taken down. Blade Master gonna head off to the north here, unable to steal the item, as the Blade Master does get a Windwalk strike of 104 damage onto an unsuspecting Death Knight. Death Knight taking a fair bit of damage now, but will in fact be able to run away. Blade Master does not have Boots of Speed, unable to continue that chase, but sitting at 8.4 armor. And if there does turn out to be a long war, that armor and high damage on that Blade Master should give him a distinct advantage, as we do see a Tauren Chieftain over a Shadow Hunter. Now, I will say this, recently we've been seeing more tri-hero play coming across from Orc players when going up against Undead. Shadow Hunter, Tauren Chieftain, the Tauren Chieftain adding in a little bit more damage with that damage movement speed boost. Also, Potion of Greater Mana on that Tauren Chieftain will allow either for Shockwave or Stomp to become very, very effective. The problem with the Stomp, though, is that the Tauren Chieftain will have to expose itself in that front line location, and anytime a Tauren Chieftain or any hero tries to expose itself, it ends up getting taken down very, very quickly, as we now see some Acolytes taking a bit of damage here. All right, are we going to perhaps see a Windwalk down to 185 hit points? Gonna perhaps get some easy damage here as well, just trying to come across with the harassment.
Player's forces are under
Blade
attack.
Master is still in position. There's Dust of Appearance. Blade Master is absorbing a whole lot of damage, really not going anywhere right now. What is he doing? That is going to be a horrible, horrible mistake. Trying to head back away as you see a wall off complete. All right, Blade Master has nowhere to go, and Fly loses his Blade Master in the most unprofessional way possible, getting Dust of Appearance, not realizing he was getting attacked, and then getting a building to block his positioning. Blade Master currently getting resurrected at the Altar of Storms.
A player's forces are
Unfortunately
under attack.
for Fly, that also means that he is going to need to take a little bit longer to get that Shadow Hunter out. We could be looking at the armor upgrades for those Orc burrows, as we should be transitioning into Destroyers in just a moment. The Crypt Fiends already deal high damage to those Orc burrows. Obsidian statues transforming into Destroyers would do even more damage as well, and that's something that you want to try and mitigate. It's been said, each Orc burrow that you lose is just another 5 to 7% chance that you are going to end up losing the game. As an Orc versus Undead, the timing is just absolutely critical, as the Tauren Chieftain, what did he do? He moved Rune Bracers to the top right, and that means that he's not going to get melted nearly as quickly or easily. 41 over 50 supply. Blade Master slowly getting resurrected. Shade keeping track of the army. Tauren Chieftain is right here as well. Death Knight wandering around looking, will find this Assassin creep camp here. Should be able to take it out extremely easily, especially with that -5 Orb of Corruption. Gloves of Haste quickly given to the Lich, as the Lich is really going to be benefiting from faster attack speed as long as it's hitting different targets and multiple units have that -5 armor debuff.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 3. Are we going into a Shadow Hunter? Yes, we are. Shadow Hunter, the third hero in the trifecta. I do not remember the last time I actually saw a Farseer in an actual Orc game, so we will not see any additional Orc heroes as of that, only allowing 3 heroes per side. Tauren Chieftain sitting at 3. Kodo Beast with nothing in its belly. You can take a look back across over here. 49 over 50 supply. Blade Master looking to get some easy shots off here, and well, 120 has to suspect that his opponent is nearby. I believe the Blade Master did end up getting the tome, but the Death Knight did use that Death Coil in order to get that last bit of experience and also guarantee that he did get that final shot in. Tauren Chieftain down to, well, up to 1,000 hit points, 255 mana, as we're looking at the Shade just keeping track off over here. Now, no one's really tried to engage each other out in mid-combat yet. Upgrades are going to be extremely important, as the Graveyard is currently showing 1-0 upgrades against 0-0 upgrades, and I don't believe the War Mill, well, no, War Mill is also getting the steel melee weapon upgrades as well. That means that the Raiders and those Grunts will be doing extra damage. Tauren Chieftain is currently out on the field, has level 1 Endurance Aura, would probably really like level 2 to get those Raiders into position much more frequently and quickly, as the Death Knight now retreating back with the remainder of these units. That is a lot of skeletal minions, and those skeletal minions could potentially be a problem. That Dark Ranger having plenty of mana so far, and you can see that that is going to add up very, very fast. All right, Blade Master going to go ahead and try and engage, finish off one Obsidian Statue. There it goes. It does finish it off, and quickly Wind walks away. Does have 3 slippers of agility, so that's +9 agility, plus the Orb of Corruption, plus the Circuit of Mobility, rounding it out at +16 damage. Raiders come across, get an ensnare off. May try to engage that ensnare, just coming to an end right there, as we are already looking at an expansion attempt by Fly. Fly wanting to expand here. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Blade Master going to go ahead and engage. There you go, takes down the Enforcer, and now retreating once again. Dust of Appearance does keep track of that Blade Master. Blade Master now currently negative on, well, a little bit negative on armor, going from +3.3 to -2.7. And we are going to see some skeletal minions still scouting this position here, making sure that there isn't an expansion on the top right. Tauren Chief is sitting at level 3. Is it going to try and engage up against his opponent? As we do see, I believe, a Clarity Potion used by the Blade Master. Blade Master very low on mana. Needs to get up to into that 150 range to really reap any of the benefits and getting into position. Blade Master now down to 26 mana. He has used a Wind Walk. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain and the Shadow Hunter are going to make their way to the bottom right, as the Blade Master is looking to just check out or push on this proper army. 120 with a very strong proper army, sitting at 60/60 supply, going up against 49 over 60.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
That is the big question. Banshee quickly getting taken out there. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 4, but really far away from the battle, meaning that we're going to see some free damage being absorbed by the Bestiary and that Spirit Lodge. Spirit Lodge about to finish off one-hander and Spirit Walker isn't going to be in time. Peons, I'm going to go ahead and try and heal up. The Shade is all in position. And where are these units going to be going? All right, there is a bit of damage. Death Knight gets up to level 4, going after some of these workers. Torrent Chieftain going to be bringing up the rear here in just a moment. There's a Voodoo Lounge here as well, as we are going to perhaps see that Voodoo Lounge quickly destroyed, as you'd never want to give any sort of tactical advantage to your opponent, and a Voodoo Lounge does definitely give that. 15 over 30 supply right now. The remainder of the army is now looking to pull back, trying to regroup itself. It is going to eat a very, very easy building in the process as the Blade Master Wind walks out, only to be greeted by an army of undead units. Crypt Fiends, Ghouls, Destroyers, 3 heroes as the Blade Master now looks to run away. There's an ensnare going straight after that Obsidian statue. Obsidian statues are, well, the army is much less scary if you do not have Obsidian statues. And that exactly is what Fly is trying to do, trying to shut down those Obsidian statues as the Crypt Fiends are now getting fallen out as well. Beautiful stomp right there. Is it going to be enough? Scroll of Healing used as dead, as it looks like there is another stomp again. All right, continuing to add up all of that damage. Banshee going to get taken out. Is it going to get taken out? No, survives with that additional frost armor sitting on her that entire time. And the Blade Master has to be very careful. The Blade Master has 2 unburrowed burrowed Crypt Fiends right now. Blade Master, unable to get any of that. 30 over 60 supply compared to what I gotta be 48. No, 58. 120 may just be able to move in and win. Move, the simplest command you can give to a computer and let the AI do its job. Attack, move into this particular army, and that will end up taking it down. All right, Shade now looking to venture forth once again, keeping track of where his opponent has set up an expansion. Little does he know that expansion that he found was the only one, and that is going to continue to be a problem again. Death Knight at 4, a whole bunch of Crypt Fiends at 5. Meanwhile, we're still looking at where exactly all of these units will be trying to travel to next. 42 over 60. It's compared to 63 over 70. This looks like it could be an absolute massacre, especially as 120 does have some scouter minions in very key locations for this particular map. All right, what is happening here? Crypt Fiends ready for, I guess, a last assault. 4 or 5 Crypt Fiends plus some Destroyers and Death Knight. We're going to go ahead and engage on him. Kodo Beast wants to turn around and attack, but it hasn't really been able to do so as of yet. Worrying about all of that as we do see a Devour Magic go down. Blade Master's in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to be able to finish off all of these units? But the Blade Master looks to chomp away at some of these units here. It looks as though one of the Obsidian Statue could get taken down. No, turned into a Destroyer and ended up surviving in time. Blade Master getting some big critical 6s. Now going after some of these other units. It's going to be able to work itself out. Blade Master uses that Potion Lesser vulnerability. He is not going to have a very easy safe trip back. I can guarantee you that. He's already seen that 233 hit points and may end up falling. All right, 235 coming back over. Chasing after the remainder of these units. Perhaps trying to take down Shadow Hunter or 2 as the Raiders are just running away from the Blade Master. The Blade Master can't really do very much. There is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.